Have you ever wondered that you can save your files in Photoshop with just one button? I know you have, and in this tutorial I'm going just to show you how you can save your files in Photoshop with just one button. And I'm not kidding, only one button. So without further ado, let's get started. Now first, this is the image that we are going to use during this tutorial, and let's now open Photoshop. Now in Photoshop, you'll move to File, and then you move to Export, and then Export Preferences. Then here we are going to make some little changes, and after that we shall, see how this happens. In here, I'll choose JPEG instead of PNG, because most of the time when I export this, I export as JPEG and not PNG. Then the quality, if you are doing for web or something, you can put it less than 100, but a percentage of like 70 to 100 is okay, but I want to leave it at 70 because I need every detail. Then quick export location, I'll set this to export files to set next to the document, and we shall see what that means in a few. Then here I'll choose it to copyright and contact info, because I want, when I'm uploading, for example, on a web, I need that image. Whenever somebody is looking for the details of the image, I want that person to see who owns this image, or I just need my information to be there, and that is something good. And also, when you're uploading to web or Facebook or Instagram, make sure that this convert to sRGB is selected. This is where when you are posting, your colors are not decolorized. Then after that is set, I'll just click OK. Then we shall now use our sample image. I just drag it and drop it here so that we can make some adjustments, then save it and see the differences. Once that image has loaded, I just need to make like and before that, let me assign this. After I have made this setting, I want to assign it to a hotkey. Oh my, you're wondering what a hotkey is. It's just a fancy name for a keyboard shortcut. So therefore, I'll head on to Edit, then to Keyboard Shortcuts. And when I'm here, I'll go to File, then under File, I'll go to Export, then Export. This is set to PNG, but don't worry, because, we have just set it to JPEG. Then Export As. So here, I'll give it a key. And for example, I just need one key. I can put there F8, for example. And boom, they are giving me an error that F8 can be assigned to actions, which will override this command. And of course, I don't want the command, and I'll just overwrite it anyway. So I'll just click on accept, and after that I'll click on OK. So for Photoshop to remember these settings, we'll need to restart it. Therefore, allow me to exit and just restart this so that it can remember the new the new changes that we've made. Now, as Photoshop is now restarting, if you're visiting this my YouTube channel for the first time, I would like you to subscribe, and not only subscribe, but also turn on the notifications so that you can be notified whenever I upload new videos. And in case this video is good for you, I would like you to give us thumbs up, and you can even leave us a comment so that we can see, or you can tell us what have you learned, or what kind of tutorials would you like us to make. Now I'll come here and open my image. Remember this image, I said we are going to use this Vivian's image for this tutorial. Then I'll hit here to just open it. Then once it has opened, let's hit F8. Remember, that's what we set for. Then I'll just hit F8. And let's go to our folder and see if it has done something. Now look at this. This is so nice. Photoshop has done a good job. What has it done? It has created another folder, and that folder bears the name of our file. Remember, our file is Vivian. It has just renamed it to Vivian and Assets. And inside that folder, it has now placed our new image. Now, let's make some adjustment to the image and see what happens. I'll make a new layer. just like that. And then I'll take my brush, make it a bit smaller, just like that, and make something like V, for example. Now, let me now hit F8 for it to save. And now let's go and check what it has done. And you can see it has replaced our previous image with that, the same name. I know you are a little bit disappointed. It has just replaced that image. Okay, let's make another, maybe, another change and see if it will still do the same thing. So I'll take my brush, and on this layer, I'll just add something like I, for example. And then I'll hit F8. Then let's see what it has done. Now I'll come here to my Explorer and see it has just replaced our previous image. So when you have set this, however much you will be doing this, it will just repeatedly save it as that image. Even if you make changes, it will replace our previous image, and that is not what we want. So let me help you to solve this. Now go to File, Export Preferences, File, Export Preferences. Then we are going to change some little things and see how it will behave. Now I will change Quick Export Location to ask where to export each time. That means each time you hit F8 or the hotkey that you've assigned, it will automatically show you a dialog where you are going to choose or to rename your file and to choose where your file will go. And the other things, I'll just leave them the way they are and just say okay. Then I will make a change, maybe to just add on that, maybe to make something like this, so that we can have a difference of these things. Then I'll hit F8. Then after that, you'll see, it has loaded this dialog box. Here, I can now rename this to Vivian, like something like this. I can rename it and even choose where it will go. But let me just choose to that folder so that we can make work easy, and just say save. Then I'll come to my Explorer and see it has created that image with a different name. So it has given me an opportunity to rename the image as well as to determine the location at which it's going at. Then let me delete this layer and maybe make some adjustments. For example, I add some levels. For example, this is just for demonstration. I'm not editing this image. If you need editing tutorial, I have done so much of them. You can just go. I just need to change some things, not that much, and this is just for demonstration. So I'm not here to make a tutorial for you. And say, for example, that is it. And then maybe I add something different. I can just write her name just like that, just to differentiate from the other one, and maybe increase it to something like that. I'm just doing it very fast just to show you the difference. So it's nothing much. And by the way, this Adobe CC 2020 has been updated and I like it so much. Maybe I should make some video on how they have changed something. Anyway, let me hit F8 and see what it will give me. Then you can see it's now giving me another opportunity to rename it. So I can rename it to Vivian, let's say 1, and say save. Then I will go to my folder and see if it has saved. And boom, you can see it has saved. So I have 3 different images which I have just saved using that shortcut. So generally, this is basically how to do that. And I hope that this has really helped you. And I know I've saved a lot of time. You can waste time to go, file, save as, and all that. But I've just given you an easy way to export your JPEGs in Photoshop. So if you find this video helpful, remember to like, to share, and also to subscribe. And not only to subscribe, but also to turn on the notification so that you can be notified whenever I upload new stuff. Let's meet in future tutorials. Until then, remember to keep creating.